Hello everybody and welcome to MIS2101. This is Basics of Information Technology. I'm Dr. Carl and I will be helping you and guiding you through this course this semester. So if you'd like to contact me, feel free to email me at kcarl@govst.edu. I have a Google Voice number that can be used for emergencies as well as contacting me to set up an appointment. This course is conducted completely online, so our office hours will take place in the Collaborate Ultra course room, which can be found on the left-hand panel here. I have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1:30, but I understand that many people do work, and so if you need to set up something else, please feel free to let me know, and we can definitely do that. I've also provided a link to my YouTube channel here, which has videos about database and business analytics, if that's something that's interesting to you. I will likely be posting the videos provided for this class on that channel as well. So as we get started this week, just be aware that there are several important things that need to be set up. So the setup time on this course is a little bit kind of more intensive, but once things get rolling, you'll see that everything runs pretty smoothly. So first of all, understand that each week I will likely post, if not a video every week, I will certainly post an announcement each week reminding you what needs to be completed for the week and anything that you might need. So you can find that under announcements, and those will roll out on Monday, typically in the late morning. I'd like to draw your attention to the Syllabus and Orientation tab at this point. So here you'll find all of the instructions needed to set up the course, but I'm going to kind of explain them to you here. So the other thing to be aware of is that this course is coordinated by Mr. Alfano. And so if you have technical questions related to the course or about the textbook, you'll need to contact him at jalfano@govst.edu. Let's first take a look at the syllabus to get a better understanding of some course policies, and then we'll go into the technical requirements and setting up the course. So as I said, this is MIS2101, Section 1. And this course is going to be completely online asynchronous. So that means that you will be completing things on your own, just making sure that you hit deadlines. We will not be meeting synchronously, remotely, or in person. So all communication should take place either via email or via phone, depending upon what you're comfortable with. I do have an on-campus office, but I'm not going to be visiting that office necessarily, so we will have our office hours in the Collaborate Ultra course room. So what is MIS2101? This is a course that is going to give you a deeper dive into the basic Office programs. So that includes Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Access. Now it's likely that you guys have had plenty of experience with Microsoft Word already, so we're going to kind of start there. And I think what you'll find is that really to be a power user, there are a lot of things that Word can do in terms of document formatting that you may have not known about, that I certainly didn't know about before I kind of got more into it. And then as we progress through Excel and PowerPoint and Access, hopefully you'll be able to see some ways you can do analysis maybe you weren't familiar with, some presentation things you weren't familiar with, and some data management that is useful as well. So you can take a minute to read through the student learning outcomes on your own if you like, but essentially what we really want is for you to get a better understanding of the use of these basic Office programs that will allow you to be successful as a business professional. The requirements for this class are, first of all, you need access to the Pearson MyLab IT. So this is going to be where the majority of your assignments and assessments are. So there are two options for obtaining the Pearson materials. First, and this is the recommended option, is that you can go directly through Blackboard and purchase the e-texts. So when you purchase the Pearson MyLab IT online, it'll come bundled with the two textbooks that are e-texts that you need, as well as access to all the assessments that you need to complete. This option is cheaper as well than the bookstore option. If you do prefer a printed textbook, however, you can go through the bookstore and you will purchase the textbooks as well as a separate MyLab IT access code. So you'll need to contact them in order to get that done. But again, my recommendation is to go through Pearson, and I'll show you that process momentarily. Some other requirements for this course: it's imperative that you do have a computer. So there's just kind of no getting around that. If you need a computer and don't have one, the university does have them to loan. And these computers should be perfectly fine for using the software that we're going to have. So meaning Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. You don't need anything special, but you do need a computer that can use software, essentially. So again, a Chromebook also will not cut it. You have to be able to actually put software on the computer. If you have concerns about this or questions about whether or not what you have is going to work, please feel free to email me and hopefully I can get you set up. But again, if you need access to a computer and don't have one, the university does have them on loan for free. The other thing that you'll need is access to Windows. So essentially, if you do have a Mac, it's not prohibitive that you can complete the Word, Excel, and PowerPoint assignments on your Mac using those versions. However, as I said in the previous announcement, you're going to need Windows in order to do the Access assignments. So in order to do that, what you can do is contact Mr. Alfano as soon as possible. Just send him an email and let him know that you have a Mac and that you're going to need access to his tool that will allow you to virtually play around with Windows and use Microsoft Access. So that will come up a little bit later in the course. You can see it on the syllabus. So in terms of items that need to be completed for credit in this course, that there are a couple things on Blackboard that are outside of the Pearson lab. The first are that you'll have several Blackboard quizzes that are based on the Technology in Action textbook. I'll show you where those are momentarily. You also have the 3 items that are located on the Pearson lab. So first, the training simulations that help you walk through each piece of software and show you the different things that need to be done. Also, the chapter grader projects. So these are the projects that you'll complete that require you to have access to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. And then finally, at the end of the semester, the capstone grader projects, which assess your ability to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access, and are worth a little bit more. There are also some discussion forums that will be part of your grade as well that will count towards participation. The grading scale for this course is as follows. So the university has made it a requirement to use pluses and minuses at this time. And so an A will be 93 to 100, A minus 90 to 92.99, B plus 87 to 89.99, and so on. And that 2 decimal place accuracy will be used for scores, so the rounding will only occur to the second decimal. The way I like to look at it is that you have your total points on Blackboard, and so basically if you have 860 points, that you are sitting here. So you have 860, everything's out of 1,000. So I think it's a little less confusing to focus on the points rather than the percentages. The schedule of topics is found here. I will be posting information about your deliverables for each week, because we'll go by week, on Monday, like I said. So you can see that essentially the first 2 weeks we're going to be working with Microsoft Word, followed by Excel, PowerPoint, Access, a little bit deeper dive into Excel, and then spending the last week working on those capstone projects. So another thing to kind of be aware of is that the second week is doubled up on assessments, and this is because it is Word. You guys are more familiar with Word, and we really want to be able to complete all of the learning objectives related to the course. So it's kind of a little bit front-loaded there, but we'll get a little less intense going on. You can also take some time to review the university policies, the academic honesty statement, Title IX statement, as well as if you do need accommodations, please make sure that you contact the ASD and they will work with me to make sure that you get whatever you need. So finally, it's really important that you stay on top of the work in this course, since it does move quickly and there's a lot to do. So it will be expected that you turn your assignments in on time. but if for some reason there's an issue, just please let me know ahead of time. There are also resources available to you through the Academic Resource Center. You can contact Daniel Ferry for more information. And of course, you're encouraged to work with your classmates if you have questions and so on, to try and get things done. So this concludes the discussion of the syllabus. Please refer to the other videos provided to get information on access to Pearson, as well as the assessments for week 1 of this course. If you have questions, please let me know.